What you got?
Racks on racks on racks. He got racks on racks on racks. We got racks on racks on racks.
Let's go, nigga.
I got racks on racks on racks. He got racks on racks on racks. They got racks on racks on racks. Got campaign going so strong. Get brain while I'm talking on the phone. Spend money when your money is slow. Real street niggas ain't no clowns. We at the top where we belong. Stanley Rose ain't for strong. Showing up dollar I'm strong. When the club out of here this time. We got racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Got racks on racks on racks. Got racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks.
Got a call out of my garage. Got a condo down in the stars. I'm geeked up on them bars. Got a car, I ain't even got a park. No key, push button, start. Seen a dime, I won't get hard. Got hoes that need a green card. Sell my dog, but I don't even ball. Got a bite in this sweat like sharks. When I hit, I'ma knock out the park. Trap beat so goddamn hard. Got cook, got lean, got bar. Got remake, hard to steal. Got brick, don't need no skill. I'm plugged in with the mail. I'm part of the cartel. Got re-rock, ain't no clean. C200 for a knee. Then fuck it all up on jeans. I'm a true religion fiend. Got bands in the pocket of my jeans. Need a kickstand where I lean. Promethazine fiend. Stab on Sprite and lean.
Got campaign going so strong. Get brain while I'm talking on the phone. Spend money when your money is slow. Real street niggas ain't no clowns. We at the top where we belong. Stanley Rose ain't for strong. Showing up dollar I'm strong. When the club out of here this time. We got racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Got racks on racks on racks. Got racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah, I ain't trying to hold back. No choice but force, I force. The going cost on ice. Designer on my mojo. I live in the spotlight. Real street nigga ain't no flaw. Young bitch gotta keep that raw. I swear I gotta get you niggas. I'ma need me around applause. Bravo, 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 bravo.